Hello, everybody. Sorry, I hit live and it doesn't tell me when it goes live. So I was like totally like a dummy there drinking my coffee. So I apologize for everybody who had to start off that way. Welcome to my daily housing market update where I just hyper analyze specific data for cities all over the Phoenix, Arizona area. Today we're doing one of my favorite cities, Chandler, who got a massive boost of like every city got a massive boost of value, but Chandler specifically because of Intel, the factory, I think they got an upgrade during COVID, and just all the people that are moving in the tech field in Phoenix, a lot of them decided to go with Chandler. So it's been interesting seeing the growth, and let's see if that growth has sustained over time, or at least over the last few years. So today we're going to be specifically focusing what's happening with the active, what's happening with the contract, the close, where is the average price, is it going up or down, or where is it like going, or where is it trending, and of course leaving with my predictions after super analyzing active and a contract close data. Cool. I'll be doing this every day, so if you haven't joined, subscribe to the channel, whatever. Let's just get to it. That's enough plugging. Let's get to it. So let's hyper focus Chandler, Arizona here. We're going to first focus on the active number of houses that are currently for sale. There's currently 327 active properties that are currently for sale. So let's type that in there. I just like to use this as my guide here. Let's do our under contract numbers, pending numbers. 307. So very, very good sign here. Already close to that active number, and if you think that's normal, go watch the other ones. You'll be surprised. And of course, let's look at our closed numbers over the last 31 days. 231. So here's what's interesting part about this. It's interesting that you can see the trend of the demand that's going up. Oh, this is my wife. Hey, I'm in the middle of live. What's up? Yes, they're in the bag area near the organic stuff. They're like bagged. All right, bye. She's getting some cucumbers for the kids. You need to know where they were. Okay, cool. Now, here's the interesting part. You can see the demand going up. Last month, or the active properties is an indication of what the houses that are for sale. Our pending numbers are an indication of the ones that have gone under contract over the last 1 to 30 days. Our sold numbers are houses that closed in the last 30 days, meaning they went under contract as early as 30 to 60 days ago. So that demand is continuing to rise with that increase by 70, which is pretty substantial. Now, if we're talking specific numbers, we haven't gotten a good idea of the price yet, but I'm already going to predict that Chandler is looking like it's one of those areas that are doing pretty well value-wise. But, of course, no, let's not get excited yet. Let's figure out where we're landing with the monthly average sales price. So, if we're going to narrow down just Chandler. Let's remove the condos and just focus on single family residence. By the way, if you're like, hey, don't remove the condos, I want to know, I can always do a super specific search for you. All you gotta do is email me or text me, become a client. We can do this. I love the data part of it. So if you want this done, let me know. So interesting, we see the similar thing as everywhere else. We see the massive rise during COVID, the peak in mid-2022, drop to December 2023, November 2022. Bottom was actually January 2023. And interestingly enough, we've had a consistent rise from that point. So other cities have done this similar, this effect where they've gone up and they've gone down, and then now we're kind of figuring out what direction they're heading. Some cities are going up and then they drop and they're continuing to drop. Other of them are kind of barely going up. If you follow the midline here, it looks like Chandler has continued to rise pretty consistently. So if you look at this chart, it looks like it's going to be passing that top point soon, which is weird because this was driven by low interest rates. This is not being driven by low interest rates. This is driven strictly by just demand. So what is going on that's still driving people to buy here? Who knows? But I wouldn't really call 684 the top. I would say more like in the midpoint here, but technically I have to put it, so 684, 813 is where our midpoint is. Pretty crazy. So by the way, this is live, so there's not going to be like cuts and stuff like that. Obviously, we gotta just go with it. 813. Perfect. It looks like it is trending upward. Unfortunately, for potential buyers looking to buy there, it looks like it's just only continuing to do great. But I mean, this is good news. That means it looks like it's a pretty healthy market so far. That's why I always tell people, when you're analyzing housing data, don't just watch people that are looking at national data. Look at super specific local data, because that's what's going to, every city, literally a city next door to it would be completely different. So always observe that. Now, let's do a little more analysis of the active, under contract, and all those numbers. So we're going to look here, our weekly counts of active inventory. I already have Chandler pulled up here. And let's look at our under contract numbers. And let's take away everything and just put Chandler. So active inventory, let's just kind of figure out what happened in 2021. Low inventory count. Mid-22 started high, COVID hit, low inventory count. 2022, we had that massive spike of inventory thanks to the interest rates going up. That stayed high, started dropping. 2023, we had this weird drop all the way low. Surprisingly enough, inventory dropped as low as it was during COVID in 2023. That's why we've had that massive boost. This just makes sense to me. I'm sorry, I become a little data nerd when I'm looking at this. It makes sense to me. It's the same levels as it was during the peak of that rising value here. It makes 100% sense why it happened again. Massive increase, massive increase. Figured it out. Now it started going back up again, unfortunately, but let's go and figure out what's going on in 2024. 2024, it's around the point of, what is this, 2020? Before COVID hit, there was a little boost and then the drop. It's around that range. Not as, it's closer to the low point than the high point. Now we did, what city did we do yesterday? We did, no, not Surprise. Is it Peoria? Glendale? I don't remember. We did Buckeye. We did Buckeye yesterday, and surprisingly, because all the new builds, this number was closer to the high point than it was to the low point, meaning that we're not trending in a good direction. Here, it's staying pretty consistent, and it's actually closer to that 2021 point where there are massive inflation of values. Now, let's look at what's going on with the pending numbers. Pending numbers went high in 2021. High, then that drop started happening, of course, what led to price reductions, and here we have that little boost. Everyone, this is interesting because a lot of cities just kind of go over here and they started dropping here. Nice heavy increase here, started going down here. In 2024, it looks like it was following that similar trend, but we're getting kind of a boost here in this week 15 period. I'm not sure why. So if it follows the similar trend as 2023, but technically our inventory, so if literally it does the same thing, active inventory and pending numbers, then we can anticipate values will continue going up. The only difference that I'm seeing here, that I'm sure you are seeing as well, is that active number is actually staying a little more consistent. It's not dropping as low. Now, here's the interesting part. If it continues, because I don't think it'll drop. If it starts dropping, we're going to continue price increases. But if it's staying up and it's staying a little higher, so I'm expecting the values to stop increasing at the rate that they currently are increasing. From November 2022, 584 all the way to 684 is massive. It's a little unhealthy, honestly. So I'm anticipating that value growth will start slowing down. But overall, a healthy market. It looks like that Intel boom is, I don't know if there's after effects, aftershocks, or what's going on here, but it's all going to be eyes on this demand. Interest rates just went up, unfortunately, this week. They're like near 7 again. So if this demand number starts dropping even further, it's actually pretty, it looks like it's almost planned how it's going to happen. I think it's going to start going downward because of the interest rates going down. So it's interesting how it happened last year as well. But it's all going to be eyes on the sellers, all on the active inventory counts. Are they going to be able to sell at the same rate as new inventories come up? If not, they're going to go up, and then we're going to see price drops. But right now it's trending mid or lower. So it looks like a pretty healthy market. So let's get back to my prediction now. Overall, if you're looking to buy in Chandler, healthy market. I I think price increase will start slowing. Intel boom is sizzling out. I think rates are going to make a huge factor. Now, I don't think new builds were really that big of a factor in Chandler. It's always been the resales, but whatever's happening there is still happening. So overall healthy market. If you bought near the bottom, you're probably almost at the point where you've recovered some of that equity. So congrats. Overall, still pretty healthy. So I'm used to leaving these videos kind of on the down note, but good job, Chandler. You guys are doing good. If you need to get a hold of me or you have any further questions or anything, my email and my phone number is below. Feel free to call me or email me anytime. One of these days, someone's gonna freaking call me in the middle of the freaking thing, and it's gonna be like, hey, and it's gonna be like some butt cheeks or something. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be here again tomorrow morning or early afternoon or maybe lunchtime. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching.